Crack open the mystery of brews with Shagdog and Jammer on the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Venture with us into the frothy depths of pilsners, ales, lagers and stouts. Dive headfirst into flavor profiles and swim through the history of brewing. But remember, it's not about the beer you drink, it's how you drink it. So ready to spit or swallow? Stay tuned for our uncensored, unfiltered and unabashedly honest reviews.
That's right, Mr. Intro Man. Shagdog, Spit or Swallow Beer Review. No jammer. I'm doing Post Road Pumpkin Ale by Brooklyn Brewery. Brooklyn brand brewery. I almost had this video set up like 10 or 15, 20 minutes ago, but Google kicked out on me. I don't know what's up with Google because I went to Firefox and everything was all right. So I don't know. This is a pumpkin ale or pumpkin beer. And Beer Advocate gives this a whopping 79.5% ABV. I do love the old label a lot better. Early American colonists seeking natural ingredients for brewing ales turned to pumpkins, which were plentiful, flavorful, and nutritious. Blended with barley malt, pumpkins became a commonly used beer ingredient. Post Road Pumpkin Ale brings back this tasty tradition. Hundreds of pounds of pumpkins are blended into the mash of each batch, creating a beer with an orange amber color, warm pumpkin aroma, biscuity malt center, and crisp finish. And it looks, what do they say it looks like? Orange amber color, yeah. Orange amber, yes, orange amber. Actually did this one a few weeks back after Hurricane Helene. I didn't have any power, so I tried doing it with my phone. I recorded it with my phone and figured I'd upload it later. Or maybe I did put it to the YouTube channel. Maybe I went live. I can't remember. But it's a horrible video anyhow, so I figure let's redo it. So, I sent Jammer a link. He said he might want to just watch for a little bit, join in, but he can't, or watch or something, but he can't join in for a review, so that's okay. I really hate the camera in here because it's like it zooms in sometimes on its own. Let's see if I can zoom out. Let's check the settings, camera. Let's kick it to a different. See, that looks like it did it. Did it do it? No, it didn't do it. Let's check different camera things. No. All right, so let's go back to the camera. Sorry about this. Settings, because sometimes if you change it from 922 to my GoPro to that, see it zooms out. Now if I switch it back, or not GoPro, my 922, it should switch here. I think it's still that, right? Yeah, now it's zoomed out, so that's weird. Weird, wild stuff that it zooms in and out. I look crooked. The TV's crooked. Everything's crooked on this. I don't know why. Oh, well. I'm not sure if my chair's on something. Anywho, everything's crooked. So that's okay. It's a crooked fall. So that definitely is an orange, amber. A little bit of head. Less than a pinky. A little nice little head, but it's just laying on the top layer. So as far as the smell goes, you get a little bit of a pumpkin mash. A tiny, tiny hint of allspice. Maybe a little malty or something. Not real strong aroma, but it smells okay. Let's get into it. Cheers. Why am I crooked? That's what the politicians are supposed to say. I don't know why my crap's crooked. Anyhow. TV's crooked. I'm crooked. I don't know what's going on. It's not the TV. It's me. All right, let's do it. Cheers. Happy Veterans Day. Drink a pumpkin beer, everybody. Yeah. Tastes more so than then this aroma is more allspice than pumpkin. I'd rather pick up more pumpkin than the allspice. And this allspice is giving it kind of a fruity taste, like kind of brute cologne smell. A little hint of that wood pumpkin. Imagine that. Not the greatest pumpkin beer I ever had, but it's not bad either. It's definitely Brooklyn Brewing's way of doing the pumpkin beer. It's not real bad, just a little bit too much allspice than there is pumpkin. I prefer pumpkin. There might be a hint of cinnamon in there too, but it's not real bad. But I've had better by Brooklyn and better pumpkin ales overall. Two that I would recommend: Gorgeous by Noda Brewing Company, and then the Great Divide pumpkin. Not the pumpkin stout. I haven't had that one by them, but just their regular pumpkin beer. It has kind of like a tan can. It's got like a headless horseman on it, little tiny headless horseman. That was a pretty good beer actually. Great Divide pumpkin. And then they got the stout pumpkin too. The can almost looks similar to the other one, but a little bit different. But so far, Noda Gorgeous pumpkin is pretty good. And then Jammer likes that one by Tampa Bay Brewing Company called Gourd's Gone Wild. So check that out if you're ever in the Tampa area, if you can find it. I think I like the fall beers better, just pumpkin ales and Oktoberfest. I just find, because pumpkin ales, you can have an ale, there's some stouts that are pumpkin. They're all pumpkin beers. But some of them are made with stout, some with ales. I'm sure some might be some type of lager or something. You never know. Mostly ales and stouts. So, but then Oktoberfest, the Marzens, my favorite. The Fest beers are okay. I'm not the biggest fan of the Fest beers, but some of them are all pretty good. Matter of fact, the Marzens, sometimes I just get too Marzened out. It's like when you drink 15, 20 different Marzens, it's like, ugh. So you do need a Fest beer in the middle sometime. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is my fourth year in a row, maybe fifth year in a row doing this one. And this is my second time this year. But like I said, the other time was when I didn't have power and I did it on my phone, and I just didn't like the audio. And I don't think it came out on YouTube, I don't think. So what's going on here? What's going on? Oh, let's check out. Hey, salute to you, Veterans Day. Steven Gonzalez, one of my old Army buddies. There with his drill sergeant. His drill sergeant looks like one of my drill sergeants. I don't know where he did basic at. If I could zoom in and see that drill sergeant's name. Was really awesome is one of my drill sergeants from AIT when I was in a station in Panama. I worked in that battalion S1, and they're saying, yeah, we're getting a staff sergeant, or maybe it's a sergeant first class, I can't remember. Dozier from Fort Jackson. Same MOS as me, he was a drill sergeant too. I'm like, wow. Said one of my drill sergeants, wasn't my platoon drill sergeants, but he's one of the company drill sergeants. Yeah, we had a drill sergeant Dozier, and we had a high tower also, kind of like, common drill sergeant names you'd see in movies, Dozier, Hightower, But sure enough, it was the one. I was one of my drill sergeants. He didn't remember me, but I showed him some pictures. AIT, we took a trip to Myrtle Beach I was in Fort Jackson. Took a trip to Myrtle Beach, day trip, and all these recruits hanging all over the drill sergeants. I had pictures of girls hanging over him and girls. I mean, I didn't take the pictures. Someone else took the pictures, but somehow I ended up with them. Girls hanging over our senior drill sergeant. And incriminate. He goes, man, my wife gets here. Don't show her this shit. It's pretty funny. Of course, he was staying in the barracks at the time, so he got housing. And by the time he got to housing, his wife didn't come until the housing was ready. So I think I only met his wife once, so not enough time to incriminate him. But I would never do that, It was nothing big. It was just girls putting their arms around him, chilling, taking pictures. As far as I know anything that went on behind the scenes of that, I don't know. So, yeah, what am I going to give this beer? I'd probably give this a B- and a swallow. It's nothing real special, but it's not too bad either. It's drinkable. Only thing I hate is probably the hops in it. A little bit of a broody taste to it. So I'm thinking that might be the hops. I don't know. It's like an allspice, but there's a broodiness to it there too. I don't know. Perfumey, but like the old cheap cologne called Brut, Brut. A big old Brut. I don't know if I should do one more. I got to work tonight, so that's my second beer. I do have one more beer chilling. It's a stout. I'm not even sure what the ABV is. Did I even say what this was? Oh, yeah, I said what this one was. I might do one more if the fans really want it. What time is it? 10? Yeah, I got 2 hours before I have to go to sleep. So, another beer review, or should I do another Yingling, do drinking and thinking? Maybe I should have done the top 10 albums of, what am I on, 1987? Maybe I could do that. I'd like to plan for that, though, and get stuff written down for about a week. Maybe I should quit drinking and focus more on that, huh? But I don't get too many views. Well, I get some views on those videos. Maybe I should make a second channel for that and not drink while I'm doing it. And my camera or something that shouldn't be crooked. Before, my computer was on top of a pen. I put the laptop on the table. I didn't realize a pen was there. So I'm like, what the heck? So I fixed that. But now it's still crooked. So I don't know what the heck's going on. Let's try that. That's not better. It's this high. This side's still higher. So I don't know what the hell is going on. The TV don't look crooked. But then again, I'm pretty straight and the TV's crooked. Maybe it is the TV. I don't know. I'll have to check that out one of these days. All right. Ooh, got to finish this beer before we go, though. Brooklyn, right? I was going to look up famous for Veterans Day, famous Brooklyn war heroes and veterans, and it only had, I guess famous is like 2 or 3. Figure it would have been more. But that's okay. A lot of Brooklyn stories are Revolutionary War, Civil War, unknown heroes. So I was going to read some of that, but I lost the page. So, yeah, here's to all the vets. Yeah, 1 week since the elections. We'll see how things turn out. Some people are worried, their rights are going to be taken away. Your rights were being taken away already under the last administration. Even though they try to act like they're the ones for the rights. Really, both parties want you to get rid of your rights, What's very ironic is the left are the ones that really want a one party especially the far left. I'm not saying everybody on the left, far left would love to have a one party. They love to get, the legislative, Supreme Court, and judicial, that is Supreme Court, judicial, legislative, and what the hell's the president one called? I don't know. All three branches. They would love to have Senate, Congress, Supreme Court, and the president all be Democrats. Now, it's ironic, though, because the Republicans looks like they're going to have the House. So they got Senate, House, and the president, and the Supreme Court, because they have a majority in the Supreme Court. I don't think most of the justices, though, do anything their party tells them to. They do it based on both sides, most of the time. I'm not saying all the time. But they do it on their moral judgment, I think, on most things. I don't think if the party said, you better rule on this one our way or else. I don't think they do that, because they might. I mean, I don't know. I would just think if they're conservative, they're going to lean a little bit more conservative on certain issues. Or if they're left, But now they're trying to get, the Dems are trying to get that one lady to go ahead and retire because she's 70 years old and she has diabetes, type 1 diabetes. What was her name? Ruth, whatever, Ginsburg, had a whole bunch of ailments. They didn't try to get her out until she died. She was there until she died. So now, if she got out before Trump's last presidency, and he was able to select another Supreme Court, they would have been up in arms. Imagine if Ruth retired. Well, I'm not feeling well. No, you got to, they'd be the opposite. No, you got to stay in until we get a president in there. They're so ass backwards. Of course, I think the other side would do the same thing. So, it's a team sport. Anything else? But I knew it would be some sort of a landslide. It wasn't like a landslide, like super duper landslide. But even in the states that went blue, he picked up a lot of votes in those states. So that means a lot of people are fed up. And that's just not upper middle class, whatever hell middle class is considered now. There's still people out there that are making pretty shitty money, and it is very hard to make. Of course, the more money you make, the more you spend, more bills you have. But really, if you're frugal and you made $100,000 a year and you live frugally, you'd be really, better off than somebody that might make $40,000 a year who's not frugal. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that's probably out there making $40,000 a year, probably lives in an RV, like on an RV, like a campground type place, but maybe they got the full hookups and all the amenities or whatever. But maybe he's paying minimum amount of a lot rent. But if he's making like 80 to 100,000, he's living large if he's only paying like a $400, $500 lot rent. Compared to somebody who's renting a house for $2,000 a month. It's making $40,000 a year. It's undoable. Anyhow, any financial advice, just let me know. I should do a GoFundMe account. Go fund Shagdog's retirement party. All proceeds will go to Shagdog. I'm not retiring. Probably for another 10 or 11 years. Probably 12, maybe. Just got to hang on. I'm trying to hang on with my current job and just trying to build up a 401k, but every week it's like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to leave and cash this out and take the 10% hit with the penalty tax. it's hard to stay somewhere and build that shit up to me. I mean, there's some people just luck out. They get the easy jobs, like they're the laziest fuck and they get the easiest job. And then you get managers or supervisors who don't know how to manage or make work equally. So they let people get away with being lazy. I think we got, working forever and ever, getting the same pay as somebody else, but doing half the work. And we got a new bonus thing starting this year where people who've been there longer get the higher bonus, which is all fine and dandy. But when I'm working harder than I've been there 3 years, I'm working harder than anybody on our shift that's been there like more than me, 4 to 6 years, 10 years. And I'm working physically harder and doing more work than them, and they're just half-assing it. And they're going to get a bigger bonus. It's outrageous. They used to have a better bonus system where based on your evaluation and how many times you called in sick and stuff like that. And they did it quarterly, and it was really good, actually. Really good. But now it's like a measly amount. Even the ones that have 20 years, they get like 1,000-hour bonus. And someone that has less than 5 years, you get like $127 bonus. We might as well just keep that shit. I'd rather just keep everybody that has 127. Tell them keep that. And then how about you put all our total that up and put all of our names in for a lotto for that damn thing. Somebody get lucky and get the whole 50,000 or whatever it might turn out to be. But we're so, well, somebody would be like, oh, hell no, I want my $127. I ain't giving somebody else my 127. That's how they would be. Crazy. Anyhow, this is another boring beer review. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do the other one. I might just skip it, eat something, and then go to bed. Might just do that. Yeah, very boring. I think I'm just tired. I got to stop doing beer reviews in the morning when I get off work. Like last week, I did it during the evening, but Tuesday evenings, even kind of hard. Tuesday's my night off, so I did it during the voting process. Try to keep up with that a little bit, but oh well. I might do one more beer review. It's a nice little stout I've had before, so why not, right? Maybe 2 might be enough, huh? Yeah, well, we'll think about it when I'm cleaning my glass out. Oh, let's chug the rest of that down. We got a little sip left. All right, yeah, let's do the next one. Maybe I'll give a top 10 list with it, and I'm going to actually put in the title. All right, Shagdog Spit or Swallow beer review. We'll see you on the next one.